Alright people, welcome to Schwarzenegger season. And in the words of the man himself,
it's showtime.
Indeed it is showtime. And what better way to kick this off than with my favourite Arnold film, the film I've seen the most. Definitely remember seeing this as a kid more than any other, but it is John Matrix in Commando. A short, less than an hour and a half, simple action film with humour and a lot of action. And then even more action on top of that action. One that my dad likes. He always remembers one scene in this when Arnold pulls out the seat in a car and sits on the floor and drives the car. But it's a simple film, simple idea, that some people think simple's bad. No, when simple's done well, simple is good. Arnold is an ex-military guy, finds out members of his team are being killed. They come to his house, kidnap his daughter, played by a very, very young Alyssa Milano. They drug him, put him on a plane, but he escapes the plane and has, I think, 8 hours or 10 hours, whatever it is, to find her. And it was that scene of him leaving his seat, going through the aeroplane, puts his fingers in that stuff and pulls it down and breaks it, gets onto the wheel and jumps out and then sets his watch, is what I would love to have done as a kid. When I had a watch and I had something to do, I'd set it just like him and give myself the time to go and do it. Love that scene. There's a lot of scenes I like. You've got the bad guy played by Vernon Wells, who is Bennett. Completely the opposite of what Arnold is, but I think, is a memorable bad guy. You don't have to be the best bad guy, in my opinion, just be memorable, and Vernon Wells is memorable. You've got David Patrick Kelly as the little weedy guy Sully. You're a funny guy, Sully. I like you. That's why I'm going to kill you last. Then he catches him. I lied. And then he just pushes the car over and gets in it and drives off. There's the scene with Bill Duke. Bill Duke plays Cook, like a heavy. And they have this fight in a motel. And there's no ninja. There's no martial arts. It's just two big guys punching and kicking the shit out of each other. They break through doors, they break through windows. Bill Duke, you scared, motherfucker? You should be. Because this Green Beret is going to kick your big ass. And Arnold says, I eat Green Berets for breakfast. And right now, I'm very hungry. Whack. Fantastic. I love that shit. And then there's a great scene in a supermarket, a shopping mall, you call them, where he picks a telephone box up on his back, swings through the air, lands on top of a lift, even though you can see that it's not actually Arnold doing that. Good stuff. There's a car chase, and the entire end scene, one man. Ray Dawn Chong is in it as a helpless, screaming, whiny bitch, but comes around. He says something to her like at the end, wait for my signal. Something like that, wait for my signal. And she says, how will I know? All fucking hell's going to break loose. He's firing rocket launchers, he's knifing people, he's shooting everyone. It's fantastic. I've called Rambo 4, that came out in 2008, I've called that action porn. Well, that too is action porn. You also got Bill Paxton is in it as well. And of course that end scene with Bennett. I'm not going to shoot you between the eyes. I'm going to shoot you between the balls. Gets the pipe. Let off some steam, Bennett. Love it. Fucking awesome. Surprised they haven't tried to remake this. Well, then again, you've got Taken. I have a particular set of skills. Well, fuck your skills. Arnold rip your fucking head off. Taken, Liam Neeson, his daughter gets taken and he goes after her. You could say it's not a remake, but the same idea. but also a fantastic score. The main score to this is fantastic. But then I watched 48 Hours or 48 Hours Later, or both of them. I've seen those two films once. The main theme of 48 Hours and Commando are almost identical, if not identical, which I kind of went, oh. For some reason I felt that to be disappointing. But either way, there's also another quote at the beginning when he gets his kid taken and the bad guy's sitting there with a heart saying, I love you, Daddy. If you ever want to see your kid again, you've got to cooperate, right? Arnold turns to him with his gun, goes, wrong, bang, blows a hole right in his head there. You don't tell Arnold to cooperate. He'll whip your monkey ass all fucking day long and twice on Sundays. As Commando, I love the shit out of that film. And this is going to be, if you've seen the film, you know what he says at the very end. But a sequel or a remake or a reboot, chances of succeeding at the box office would be no chance. Fucking hell. But as Commando, a great action flick. If you haven't seen it, watch it. You will like it, trust me. Mike, watch Commando. You'll hate it. Anyway, that's Commando. Schwarzenegger season is off and running.